All right, welcome everybody to Elevate Your Wellness, and we are talking tonight all about energy. So most of you probably can agree that there are times in our lives that we feel like we are dragging, and it could be mentally dragging or actually physically where we are just dragging and really struggling, on the struggle bus of getting things done or feeling like we have the energy to get it done. So we're just going to talk tonight about some different options, and you get to determine if they're good for you, if they're the right ones for you to try. So my quick disclaimer is know that I'm not a physician, so we are complying with Young Living Conduct and not here to diagnose or treat. And of course, consult your health care professional before changing your health routine. We also want to encourage you to write down notes or chime in the chat if you're on here live. And you can research information further to see how it best fits into your lifestyle. So we are only chatting about Young Living products tonight. I don't recommend the use of any other essential oil product or company, as Young Living is the world leader of essential oil growth and production. And they are the only company that I trust because of that seed to seal standard and just everything that I've experienced with this company. We also know that all bodies are different. So use this information wisely and heart driven. And when using essential oils, start small and add drops. And remember, it's okay to dilute. So you can, dilute if you need to. It's better for your body and your budget when we dilute. Although sometimes, we're just I'm just going to say, I just put it on straight. And that's okay too. But if you're sensitive at all, to make sure that you dilute. All right, so let's talk about energy. Last week we did a Elevate Your Wellness, all about detoxing. And really it's important to get the gunk out of our bodies so that we can naturally start to feel better and have more energy. And that sometimes is just the side effect, I'll say, of getting the gunk out of our system, right? But sometimes we still need a little bit more energy, and that's what we're going to talk about tonight, and how to support our body's natural energy levels. So first up, hopefully most of you are like, okay, I know she's going to talk about this supplement right here tonight because this is a powerhouse of energy. This is called Ningxia Red. It actually comes in a bottle as well as a 2-ounce packet, okay, and it's a 25-ounce bottle. And one of the things I want to point out to you right away before I shake it is you can see how it is separated. Hopefully you can see that. It's really, really dark from about here, I think, up. And then it's more of a red on the bottom, kind of red in color. So this is actually the separation of the juice. Okay, this is the Ningxia Wolfberry Puree. So they actually take the berries, which you can see right here on the front. Hopefully you can see that. They take that and they puree it all up because that's where the good nutrition is. It's in the skin, right? It's not just juice. And then we fill this with other really good quality berries. So this has aronia berry, sweet cherry, plum, blueberry, and pomegranate fruit concentrate. So those are all concentrate. And then the best thing about Young Living products, all of them, is the essential oils that also go inside of these, which this one includes, let me think, orange, lemon, yuzu, and tangerine essential oils. So when you first get your bottle of Ningxia Red, and I'm going to tell you why you want this in just a minute, but I'm just going to do a little housekeeping here. So when you first get your bottle, you want to make sure that you mix it up, okay? So kind of just gently let the puree get mixed in with the juices so you're getting all the goodness in your dosage, okay, or in your pour. Same with the packet. So you just want to shake the packet a little bit and then go ahead and drink it, all right? So why do we want Ningxia Red? And if you have experiences with the Ningxia Red, I would love for you to type them in. So when we first got started 14 years ago, there were all kinds of juices out there, all kinds of companies selling juices, and everybody had the best juice. And I just thought, yeah, whatever. And then my daughter got sick, and I knew enough about Ningxia Red because I'd started reading stories, right? And hearing stories and hearing testimonials. And some of the comments that I'd hear is about how great Ningxia was, how great it was for you. People, whenever somebody would ask questions about wellness, energy, kids, libido, focus, aging, pretty much anything, the answer was, oh, it came back to Ningxia. And so I knew at the time that my daughter got sick in 2008 that Ningxia was full of nutrition. Okay. And if you know anything about food and how our bodies react to real food, when we give our body nutrition, the good stuff, our body it breaks it down and it puts it into the cells and it makes use of it. And we naturally will have more energy, right? And so that's really what I thought Ningxia was it was just nutrition. My daughter so I made her drink it because she wasn't gonna, she had leukemia. So with all the protocols we had to do, her appetite went and she only wanted certain foods. What I found, you guys, is that it not only gave her nutrition, but it helped to support every single cell in her body and everything in her body so that she actually stayed healthy through 2 flu seasons on chemotherapy. She ended up with no side effects from all the drugs that we had to do for 27 months. Could be a fluke, but she's the only kid I know that went through that treatment that still is, 5'8" and doing well, and her heart's great, and all of that. And so I really think that Ningxia Red, because we did Ningxia Red, Joy Oil, and Thieves for that whole time. And so I know that it had to be one or the combination of those 3 things, right? Because I just didn't know enough to use a lot of oils. So Ningxia Red is a powerhouse, you guys. This is a powerhouse of product and nutrition and goodness in this bottle. So we drink it every day at our house. It has pretty much answered all those questions that I used to have about what do you do for whatever. Ningxia Red, actually, I don't have to ask those questions anymore. And this is a great product that my body actually craves. And sometimes, in the afternoon, you want something a little bit sweet, maybe a little bit juicy. And I don't drink juice, but I love to add some Ningxia Red to, maybe about this much water, half a cup of water. It'd be probably 8 ounces. I add a few ounces of Ningxia Red. Sometimes I'll add nitro, which we'll talk about in a minute. And this is a great afternoon snack to sip on. Plus, it helps keep my appetite under control, which is a really good thing. So you do need to budget for your health, just like you budget for your groceries, okay? And Ningxia Red is one of those things that, at least for us, we always put into our budget. So what makes Ningxia special? And let me tell you just a little bit about these wolfberries, okay? And you can actually buy wolfberries, which is the dehydrated berries that are on here. You can buy these. So that this actually it's native to Ningxia, Hawaii, autonomous region of northern China. So the Lycium barbarum L is a small medicinal berry known as the Fructus lacilli or wolfberry. Oh my goodness, I practiced that and I still messed it up. So there are actually 10 species of wolfberries in the world. And of these 10, only 7 species with 3 varieties are found in northern China. And the rest of them, all the other species, are thought to be inferior. So Young Living actually does have what they consider the best of the wolfberries. So this has 15% protein by weight. It contains over 21 essential minerals, 18 amino acids, and substantial amounts of chromium. And that's just in the wolfberry, okay? So that's before we add all the other good juices that we have in here and the essential oils. The Ningxia wolfberry is essential for energy production, carb metabolism, and thyroid function. Thiamine deficiencies can result in impaired carb burning and decline in the energy hormone thyrotropin. So the Ningxia wolfberry has 100 times the niacin or vitamin B3 as oat bran, which is a good source of that. It's full of potassium and magnesium. If your mom ever told you to go eat a banana for your potassium, you can tell your kids, go drink your Ningxia, okay? And they're going to get a lot of potassium in this. It's like I said, it's a powerhouse of protein. It has fiber, 21% fiber by weight, which contains one of the highest percentages of fiber of any whole food. It has a higher intake of fiber, which it speeds intestinal flow, minimizing the exposure to harmful substances. So it gets toxins out of the body, or helps to do that. Ningxia, or the wolfberries, and really I think this whole product, it's a great product to help balance blood sugar, as well as clean the blood as it flows, okay? So It has a low glycemic index. The glycemic index measures the impact on blood sugar levels 2 hours after ingestion. And so the lower the glycemic index, the lower the rise in blood sugar levels. And it's important to digest or to ingest foods that are low in their glycemic level, because long-term elevated blood sugar levels are strenuous to the heart, kidneys, pancreas, and circulatory system. So the fact that this has a low glycemic index means that even people that really have to watch their blood sugars can use this, okay? Now, it can also, you have to make sure though that you're talking to your doctor about it, because if you're on medication to balance your blood sugars or balance your blood pressure, you need to make sure that they're aware that you're drinking Ningxia Red, okay? It's full of antioxidants. It has iron. It's good, like I said, for weight loss and just helping to control appetite because of all the good stuff in there. Here's a little tip: is to take 3 ounces of Ningxia Red, 2 drops of spearmint oil, and 2 drops of sleek essence, and then drinking, of course, a lot of water when you wake up and throughout the day may help control appetite. Okay, so in your comments, I would love to hear, are you drinking Ningxia Red and how much have you drank today? Okay, I've only actually drank 2 ounces. I probably need to have some more, but this is, I love this as a supplement. And it just does give you energy, okay? I actually have a friend who drank, she was drinking 2 ounces a day, and her kids came to her one day and said, "Mom, what are you doing? Because you are like the Energizer Bunny, and we're wondering if you're on like some drug." And she said, "No, I'm just drinking this drink." So she had to go and cut down to 1 ounce. So you really need to play around with that for yourself and figure out what's best for you, okay? So that's Ningxia Red. Second supplement we're going to talk about tonight is called AminoWise. So when our electrolytes are low, our energy is low. If you've ever pushed yourself in the gym or went for a run and then felt totally depleted of energy afterwards, or if your kids are in sports and they need that extra support during the game, what do most people say to go get? That you go get this over-the-counter drink that's full of sugar, actually, okay? But it's an electrolyte beverage, and so everybody kind of skips over the fact that it's full of sugar and says, well, it has electrolytes in it. But instead, you can reach for AminoWise. So this actually, it's a powder. So you can you just take it, add it to your bottle. Your bottle of water is fine, or you can mix it into a glass of water. And mix it up, and then it's I think it's a little bit sweet. It's kind of it's a wolfberry lemonade flavor is what it is, and this supports muscles and the recovery, reducing muscle fatigue and soreness. So it may help you want to go back out. My husband uses this a lot in the summertime while he's mowing or doing yard work, that kind of stuff. So you know, it may not be something that you would be like, well, he's not really working out, he's not playing sports and running, but he's out in the sun. He's, you know, moving around, pulling weeds, mowing, whatever. So this is a great option for that. So the AminoWise was developed to use during and or after workouts to replenish the muscles with nutrients. It's an excellent source of branched chain amino acids, which you can Google if you don't know what those are. And it's also a source of sodium, potassium, and magnesium. And those 3 things are really important because of hydration. Okay, we most hydration drinks, anything that ends with aid. So think about this over-the-counter stuff that ends with aid. Those are usually full of sodium and potassium, but they don't have any magnesium in them. And without magnesium, the body cannot properly utilize the sodium and potassium. So you're getting the good stuff, some of the good stuff, along with a whole lot of sugar, but your body isn't making use of it. So the sodium, potassium, and magnesium in combination with the antioxidants in AminoWise also help reduce the lactic acid produced during exercise, and that's what leads to soreness and muscle cramps. So AminoWise is free of preservatives, synthetic colors, and artificial flavors. This is actually a great product to add especially if you're just starting back up and you don't want to have a lot of sore muscles. So, or just really anytime. So if you guys have experienced this, please share your experiences with this in the comments also. Okay, next up is, this powerhouse. How many of you are taking Master Formula? Okay, or maybe you don't know about Master Formula. So Master Formula is our multivitamin, let's see, no, it's a multi-nutrient complex with SSI technology, which means it's a suspended release technology. So when your body is getting the nutrition it needs, it will start to respond in many different ways. For example, weight loss, more energy, more focus. And Master Formula is made from whole food sources. Okay, so this is, again, most of us aren't eating well. We have that, maybe that standard American diet, which isn't the greatest, and we're not giving our body real food. And so it's helpful to supplement with a product that has real whole food sources. This is a high quality multivitamin with a full spectrum multi-nutrient complex. It's including D3 and K2 and minerals and much, much more. So, you know, again, we believe that we should get our vitamins from the food we eat, but there are times we need a multivitamin, and this is a great option. The stuff at the stores that you're going to get for $5.99 or, you know, $10.99 or whatever, they don't have a lot of, well, they don't always contain what they are supposed to contain. Okay. And you can Google that because there's been a lot of different reports, even TV reports over the last few years about what's in multivitamins over the counter. But most of the time too, our bodies don't absorb the trace amounts of vitamins and minerals. So a good quality multivitamin isn't cheap, but it's full of great nutrients. Young Living vitamins, and this is actually the Master Formula, when are a step above the rest, because when minerals and nutrients are formulated with essential oils, the oils actually help to drive the nutrients into the cell wall so you absorb more. Many vitamins on the market go right through the body and down the toilet, literally, without being absorbed. And these don't. I've watched, you know, we've not melted. What's the word I want? We put them in some water, different things, and actually watch them dissolve. That's what it is. And so I know that my body, they're actually dissolving in my body so that my body can make use of this. So the Master Formula mix contains 3 sources of vitamins and minerals. And so I don't know if you can see here, but there is a liquid capsule here in the middle. There's some powder nutrients. There's 2 powder capsules and then a phytocaplet. And these are crucial for every system in our body. So these are what we call preventative care, okay? And I am all about preventative care, so I don't pay for sick care later on, which is, and I don't want to take the time to be sick. So it really is a great option. So check out Master Formula. If I have a whole video about it that you can find also if you don't know much about it. Okay, next is Comfortone. So colon health equals energy, okay? And we talked briefly about this in our last video about elevating our wellness through detoxing. But here's the thing, if toxins if they're not released from the colon, they get stuck and will leach back into our bodies. So cleansing the colon is one of the most important things to good health. And when dealing with disease, we first need to look at if we're moving our bowels regularly, which should mean like 3 times a day. Okay, let me say that again. It should mean 3 times a day that you're having a bowel movement. Most people don't go that often. A lot of times people will be like, oh yeah, I'm regular. I go once a week, or I go, you know, a couple of times a week, or I go once a day. Well, if you think about a baby's digestion, okay, a good healthy baby, what do? They eat, they poop, and they sleep, right? And then the process repeats over and over and over again. So every time they eat, they should be having a bowel movement, okay? Same with us, but for some reason along the way, as we've gotten older, we've decided, well, we don't really need to. Well, that's when things get backed up and it can cause lots of other problems. So Comfortone can support the health of the digestive system by eliminating residue from the colon and enhancing its natural ability to function optimally. It also supports a normal peristalsis, which is the wave-like contractions that move food through the intestines. So if you're not having multiple bowel movements a day, you know, at least 2, ideally 3, your bowels may need a little support. The directions on this actually are to take 1 capsule 3 times daily, drink at least 64 ounces of water throughout the day for best results. And I thought it said, don't exceed 2 weeks. It does. But here's the thing is you can do a colon cleanse where you take 2 in the morning before a meal and then 2 in the evening before you get ready for bed or as you're going to bed, to help get the junk out. And then you gradually work your way up. So the next day you would do 3 in the morning, 2 at night, and then the next day 3 in the morning, 3 at night. If you're doing a colon cleanse, because you really want to cleanse that colon and get it all the gunk out. Okay. Again, look up, do a Google search on what a healthy bowel movement should be, and you might be surprised if yours are not. Okay, and a little bit disgusted, but hopefully more surprised and motivated to get on the right cleansing path. All right. Another one that's full of energy, okay, is Super B. And this is one that we won't be without it anymore. So we always stock up because sometimes these do go out of stock. So you do need to, this is one I would definitely say stock up. Super B is a comprehensive vitamin complex containing all 8 essential energy boosting B vitamins. So that's vitamin B1, B2, B3, B5, B6, B7, B9, and B12. Super B not only assists in maintaining healthy energy levels, but it also supports mood, cardiovascular system, and cognitive functioning. So before I started taking Super B, I definitely lacked energy. And if I skip them for a while, you know, if I'm busy and I just don't get my supplements in the morning and I'm dragging, then it's like, oh yeah, I forgot to take my Super B, okay? Sometimes if you're really, really moody, Super B might be a good one just to help balance that out for you. Let's see. Taking 2 of these will help have you feeling like you can conquer the world, or whatever, the never-ending house chores, whatever it might be. It's a great energy boost as well as emotional support. I would start with 1 and see how you do. And if you feel like, again, you're dragging throughout the day or whatever, then take another one, and that would be fine. Okay, a couple other supplements. Multi-greens. This is one, you guys, most of us aren't getting enough of our greens. And so this is actually it's a supplement. Let me show you. It's actually green. And it's a powerhouse to help boost energy as well. Okay, so it's a green capsule. If your kids don't like a lot of smoothies, or they don't like the green vegetables, especially, you could actually open these up, put them in smoothies, or you know, if they can't swallow, put them in something so it just mixes right in. So multi-greens is actually a perfect daily pairing to Ningxia Red for general health support. It's rich in antioxidants to support proper cell function. Multi-green supports healthy memory, mood, and other nervous system functions. And it contains sea kelp, which is a great source of minerals, most notably iodine, which we need, right? It also contains spirulina, which is an excellent source of bioavailable calcium, niacin, potassium, magnesium, iron, and B vitamins. So this is, it's designed to boost vitality by working with the glandular, nervous, and circulatory systems. And this can be one of those things. I really notice this more in the afternoon if I take a dose at lunch or right after lunch, that I feel like I have more energy and more focus, and my brain is kind of working better, which is always a good thing, right? So this was a great supplement to do that. Probably not one you'd want to take at night because it might give you a lot of energy and then you won't be able to go to sleep. Another favorite that many of you and some of you have already commented on in the chat is Nitro. Okay, this is a healthy alternative to the standard sugary, caffeine-filled energy drinks. Rather than giving you the jitters, energy highs, and where you go, woo, really high, and then you crash, Nitro gives your body the tools to make energy, which is good. So it's not that fake energy up and down and crash, but it actually gives the body the tools to make energy, including D-ribose, which is used in the energy production process. Other ingredients include ginseng, green tea, and Young Living's 100% pure essential oils. We're going to talk about this next week as well, because it's amazing for cognitive health too. So this would be, you would actually be benefiting with the energy as well as focus with Nitro. And I'll tell you a fun story next week about Nitro with children. Okay. All right. A couple other supplements, things that have just come out recently. or fairly recently, is these are Vitality Drops Plus Energy. So that we have a jade lemonberry and spearmint tangerine. Okay, these have 20 milligrams of naturally derived plant-based caffeine per serving. And these drops, these are actually drops that you open and you just do a little squirt in your water to give you, well, it helps flavor your water, but these with the energy help give you a natural crash-free pick-me-up throughout the day to encourage you to drink more and stay hydrated. Again, we all need to do that. We all need to drink more water. So this is a great option. Not all caffeine is created equal, which is why Young Living's exclusive naturally sourced caffeine blend is made from Brazilian guarana seed extract and green tea, and it's free of any synthetics. A unique feature of guarana seeds is that they contain molecules called tannins, which can cause caffeine to release slowly for a natural, longer lasting effect with an optimal level of caffeine so that you can enjoy it multiple times a day, knowing this product comes from Mother Nature herself. Okay, so that's a great option. Again, we have 2 different flavors, a jade lemon vitality, and then we have the spearmint tangerine. Okay, so these are great to just throw it, do a squirt in your water. It's a natural pick-me-up, takes you throughout the day, and really is a great option for that. A couple of oils. Now, I haven't really talked a lot about oils yet tonight. We do have oils for energy, I promise, okay? But this is going to be so subjective to each one of us because our bodies are all so different. And so one person might get a whole lot of energy from peace and calming, and another one needs this blend called energy, okay? So energy is a great blend. Oh shoot, let me tell you. All right, I'm gonna take off my glasses to read this. This contains rosemary, juniper, lemongrass, nutmeg, which is great for the adrenals and the endocrine system, balsam Canada, needle oil, clove, and pepper, black pepper. So you guys, black pepper is in a lot of things. It's in nitro and it's in Zing, which is another one of our Ningxia drinks. And black pepper can help boost your metabolism, but also can help with energy. Okay, so it's a great option. I like when they add them when we get to have these fun blends, because first of all, Gary knew what he was doing, our founder, and I trust him. And I just figure if the blend was good enough for Gary to make, then I can use it, and it's just fine. So this is one you could put on, like put a drop on your hands or put a drop, on your fingers. You could put it on the forehead with the black pepper and some of those other oils. It might get a little spicy feeling. So again, you might want to dilute it. Put it on the back of your neck. You can put it on your feet if you don't like the smell of it, and just see if it helps you to have more energy. My friend Skyla says that on days that she needs house cleaning energy, she does a couple of drops of energy and maybe a drop or 2 of motivation in her diffuser, and things get done at her house. So that is just a fun little side recipe. Other oils. Oh, Valor. How many of you love Valor? The smell of Valor, right? So Valor gives us courage, but did you know it can also balance our energy? So maybe you're just feeling kind of out of sorts, or like you're not getting anything done, kind of that blah. And then you put on Valor, and all of a sudden you get up and you start moving and you start doing what you need to get done. So that might be a good one to just think about and carry with you. Of course, peppermint, basil is one when you're squandering energy. So maybe you can diffuse some of that or add it to something when you're feeling, again, kind of like, I just really don't care. I don't know, maybe you guys don't have those emotional days where you're like, I just want to sit and do nothing. So basil might be a good one. Myrtle helps support the adrenal glands to increase energy. Nutmeg, I already said, it increases your energy. It's great for the endocrine system as well. Thyme can give energy in times of physical weakness and stress. So that's another single oil. And then other blends that we have: Abundance, Awaken, Clarity, Envision can help balance energy. I actually have that diffusing tonight. I love the smell of Envision, and helps me to kind of picture other things or maybe be open to the leading of maybe my husband, maybe the Holy Spirit, it just kind of depends, to see a bigger picture than what I can see. So lots of different options to explore. One other new product that we have that might help support energy is golden turmeric. Okay, so this is a great one for inflammation. When we get inflammation under control, again, it's just kind of one of those side effects that sometimes we feel better, so we have more energy and we're willing to get up and go and do other things. So I would love to hear your ideas for energy, your questions. I'm going to flip through really quick here and read some of these stories. So Donna says that she was traveling, and when she got home, she forgot her Ningxia when she got home. She drank it and her energy picked up within just a few minutes. And I love, again, you guys, we're giving our bodies that nutrition. We're giving our bodies the energy and the stuff that it needs to create that energy. So it just makes sense that that we feel better and feel more awake when we do that. Oh, interesting. So Kara says a side effect of her Ningxia use might be that the biting flies are not biting this year compared to last year. So that is awesome, because those are not fun. Let's see. Master formula is a must have at Patsy's house. That's awesome. Great recipe is, if you really want kind of a pick me up, is Zing, a can of Zing. Which you just want to, so it comes in a can, but you just want to kind of tip it upside down because you want to mix the oils back in it, okay? And then, and it's carbonated, so you don't want to shake it hard, but just gently mix it. And then a packet of Ningxia Red and a tube of nitro. Put it over, probably over ice, which is a great way to enjoy that. If you like the carbonation, it's a great, that's a great refreshing drink for sure. So I would not take Super B at night. Multigreens and Super B, those would be more things I would take during the day when I needed energy. Okay, so I would take them first thing in the morning, ideally, take them again at noon. And then it just kind of depends on how sensitive you are to extra, like how sensitive are you to caffeine? They don't have caffeine in them, but if you're really sensitive to caffeine and you can't drink, say you can't drink a cup of coffee or a soda after 2 o'clock because it would keep you up, then I would not take Super B or multigreens in the afternoon either, okay? And just start, so I would start in the morning, see how you do and how you feel, and then go from there. Awesome. Okay, so that's answers all the questions. So here's the thing. Young Living now is set up where we get to come on and buy whatever it is that we want, right? We get to get started, become a customer. I love that they just made this so easy. So I talked about a whole lot of supplements tonight, and you might be watching this and going, well, I just really need, I think I'm interested in that Amino Wise and the Super B and the Master Formula. Can I just get those? Yes, you can. So you can go to youngliving.com. You can hit the shop button. You can look around and get whatever it is that you want. If you have questions about what is it that I should have, how should I start, what should I use, that kind of a thing, please get with whoever shared this call with you tonight and ask them those questions, because we want you to get started and to get the products that you think that would best benefit you. Now, here's the thing. Anytime you start a supplement, ideally, you're going to give it a good 3 to 4 months to really see how it does for your body, okay? Sometimes we notice immediate results, like, oh, I just have so much energy from taking Super B, let's say. But sometimes our body might be so depleted or so full of gunk that it takes some time for the supplements to detox our body or to bring our body into balance, okay? So it may be 2 or 3 months before you really notice a difference. So if you start on a supplement, please have that in mind, okay? Don't just take it for a few weeks and go, well, that didn't help, because it could be that it's helping a whole lot more than you recognize or realize right away. but it just is taking time for your body to come up into balance and up into wellness. So if you talk to whoever shared this video with you tonight, ask them what products, or talk with them about what products to try. They can walk you through the website. When you get to the checkout screen, you'll notice it will say referral ID. And that is where you want to put in your friend's member number, okay? Because they cared enough about you to share Young Living with you. So please stay connected with them, because they're probably going to be the person that you call when you have questions or that you want support with. And so it just blesses them that you can do that. So make sure that you put in their member number, and then you can check out with whatever you want. If you feel like, well, I just need to try some things or something, then again, get with whoever shared this with you. Send me a private message, and we will see what we can do about getting you a sample. So it's that easy. And then you get to experience Young Living and all the 600 plus products that we have. There is absolutely something for everyone. I so appreciate that they let me subscribe to my favorite products, and I get lots of extra benefits that way too. So if you're interested in all that, please let us know. And I thank you for joining. I hope that you have a great night. Next week, we are going to talk about elevating our wellness with focus. So if that is a need, please make sure that you check back in with us if you're watching the recording. Hopefully you can find the focus one as well. Have a good night.